Hello everybody, welcome back to another vlog today. Uh let's get right into it. Uh so this is our sorry if this looks really bad, but this is our previous this is what we did last week in our our backlog. Sorry if I'm not super up to date. I'm not super feeling well right now, but we gotta get her done. Anyways, so zooming in here. If you remember last time at the end of the vlog, I had gotten Ender Essentials. I got I started on Program Essentials. I got the other stuff done, and showed you some stuff there. Now, I'm I got a lot done last week, and I'm gonna show you what I did. So, moving on. Let's pull that up. Okay. Alright, so as you can see already, a lot's done. I finished Programming Essentials. So after creating collectible, I wrote the script to collect the collectible, and then did some more things to try. And then from there, I actually went and completed another branch, 2D Essentials, where I set up 2D room, made a puzzle game, and then added an animated pet, and did some more stuff. And then from there, I moved into Publishing Essentials, and I built a portfolio project in Publishing Essentials. So, yeah, now let me show you what that looks like on the Git. So first things first, we're gonna go to Program Essentials, and we're gonna hop right into what I did after creating our technical. So right here, where I wrote the stuff to collect the collectible, added a jump script that allows the car or UFO to jump, and then I wrote a flip script, so where if the cars or UFO flipped over, it could immediately prop itself back up. And I'll show you how I did that in a second. So we're gonna run over here, pull up Essentials, and I'll see you guys, or Unity, yes, Unity, and see you guys in a moment. And we have begun to load in. Don't worry about this scene here, I'll get to it later. Let's head back into the living room. Oh, wait a minute, we are in the right scene. Okay. Okay. So, first things first, before I do anything, I'm just gonna run it, and you'll see some of the different stuff I did. So drive the car forward, boom. See the, I'm collecting the apples. So, now they're getting collected. They have a little particle effect upon collection. After that, if I press spacebar, I can jump like so. However, see, I flipped over here, and it's like, what the heck do I do now? Well, if I press R, boom, I immediately just get like snapped and rotated face upwards. So now I can basically be as reckless as I want when getting these apples, because I can just fix myself after. So yeah, that's what I did. So yeah, now you can drive over, collect an apple. If you press spacebar, you jump like so. You can double jump or triple jump. There's no cooldown on it. And if you flip over like this and you press R, you can just set yourself back up, set yourself up again. If you press R while just being there, it just props you up there. And I'll show you like what the code actually does now. Alright. So first things first, it's all scripts. So what I did is I look at the apple. going to the collectible script. I added a method, private void on trigger enter collider. Basically, what this does is it's gonna look for the tag player, and what that means is if I go for the player or the car here, there's tags here, and I set it to the player tag. So now when you go to the collectible script, it's gonna look it's gonna compare, it's gonna look for the tag player when on trigger enter. So like when something collides with it, it's gonna check if it has the player tag, and then if it does have the player tag, it's gonna destroy the collectible, and it's going to activate the effect, the splatter effect. The reason it does this is basically we don't want like a chair hitting a collectible and then it going off. So this makes it so when the car drives into it, it's just the car that like causes it to explode. So moving on from there, the player controller has a few things now. Now it has the flip key, which is R. I can make it anything I want it, but it's R. It has jump force. So here's what I did there. I'm gonna pull up the actual Visual Studio just so you can see it better. But yeah, so okay, okay there, jump. So in the update, void update, I created both these methods, mostly because use the update for like methods that I guess it's always like looking for, like for example like jumping, like it's gonna, I think pretty sure it's because it's constantly tracking like the like force and the physics of the jump in like your character and like their position and stuff. So that's why you want to put jump there. But basically what I did is input.get button down. So basically, oh yeah, oh, hey, I didn't even know that there's a little like messages. Returns true during the frame. The user pressed down the virtual button. Identified by the button name. That's cool. Yeah, so basically, yeah, when you press the button, basically what this method does is when you press the button, it's gonna do the method. So this one's jump, and then what the command is here is it adds a force, and like it's going up, and then we made something called jump force, which is just a float that's set to 5. So basically its number, it's 5. And then force mode velocity change. It's just like not super like knowledgeable on like all the Unity methods yet, but basically the idea is it just produces a force in the direction you want it to, which is up. So it creates basically just an instant like force upwards, causing the car to jump. After this we have the flip key, which is again input.get key down. So basically it just is focusing on one key, and we've called that the flip key. And what it basically does is it basically sets your velocity to 0, then it causes you just to snap right up, but you're still in the same direction, and then it lifts you up a bit to avoid ground clipping. So basically it's like with this here, so you're in the same position, just slightly upwards. This one allows you to snap up right, but you're still in the same direction. This, and then just so like you don't like, I guess, like continue moving or go flying, this sets your velocity 0. So that's those are the that's the scripts I wrote to do that. And to be honest, that is basically it for this commit. So we're going to move onwards. Alright. So I'm just gonna exit this. And then discard that. So let's move on to next commit. Alright, so now we're gonna go into more things to try. Um, so boom, yeah, right, go here. We're gonna boot this up. That jump ability was actually like it was a part of it already. That was one part of the more things to try. I just smacked it into the other commit there just because I was able to get it done in that time. You'll notice I do that sometimes with a few of these other commits, but alright, I'll show you what I did here. So running it. So what I did is you actually spawn over here now, and I'll show you why. So when I drive over here, everything's the same. So you jump, you rotate. When you go over here, boom! Wow, look at that. The door opens. That's pretty cool. Another thing is, not super sure if it's noticeable right now. I think I'll have to change it. But basically, I added something called like a day-night cycle script. So, let's see if I can get that to be a little more noticeable. We're gonna set it to 15 seconds. So actually, we'll set it to like I don't know 5 seconds. It's gonna look really, really trippy, but yeah. And I'll show you how to do that. So yeah, as you can see, the shadows are constantly changing, and it's kind of like a cool little day-night cycle thing. It's not super like great right now, but it's cool. But yeah, so yeah, what I did here is basically let the door open, and there's the day-night cycle. So let me show you that. So first things first, we have door opener. This is the script, and let's first check out the door too. So we have our door. It has the door open script as box letter. Everything is basically normal. The big thing, obviously, is the script that's allowing it to open. And so the way it works is we create a variable called animator, and then it gets the animator component attached to it. So yeah, this thing right here, control your door. I shouldn't say. Gets this little component here. Then from there, door animator component. So it gets the like component. Then it does another untriggered, so collider. So basically, like when something collides there, I guess. It checks if the object entering the trigger is the player. So very similar to the like Apple. It compares the tag player, like so checks to see if it has the player tag. And then if door animator does not equal null, so basically like how to describe it, like I guess like if it's not false, it's gonna trigger the animation. So basically, put it very simply, it checks it sees when something approaches it, like it's checking that when something collides with it, if it's a player. If it is a player, then this isn't going to return, the door animator is not going to return false, so then it's going to trigger the animation. If I'm pretty sure I said that right. And then to do the animation, it uses the animator components that's currently on the door. That's what that is. Okay, so now the day-night cycle. So that is actually attached to the directional light here, and then the way this works is I actually did not code this. A part of the lesson was to use generated AI to create a day-night cycle. So what ChatGPT wrote basically is day length in seconds equal 120. So it's set like it's a base like 120. So default is the 2 minutes per cycle, and then it calculates how much to rotate per second, so 360 degrees. Basically, what it does is it's taking the directional light, it takes directional light, this like little object thing here that produces light, and it's basically slowly rotating it around the scene to produce the effect of like a sun rotating, like sometimes it'll be darker because the sun's facing away, and sometimes it'll be brighter because the sun's facing closer. And that effect's just caused by the script just causing this to slowly rotate around. Yeah, that's basically that's what I did for this commit. So we're gonna move on. Don't save. All right. All right. And now that was the end of my 3D essentials. So we move on to 2D essentials. And what I did here. All right. So I'm actually going to skip this commit because I don't want to waste too much time on it. It's not super important. But we're gonna get into this nitty-gritty thing. It's gonna be quite a bit of information, but it's gonna be good. So I'm gonna pull this up. I'll see you in a moment. Okay, we're loading in. So let's go to our scenes, and top down. So first things first, this is our 2D scene. It looks a little funky. That's because you have to go into here and toggle on the 2D mode. And then from here, we can get a little better. So that's what it looks like. So the commit there I skipped was basically just setting up this 2D room. So it wasn't too important. The way I did that is basically go to new essentials. I'd go into sprites, and then from here, I would place in a couple of collectibles, or I'd place down like the furniture. Like basically, I just got the room set up. Basically, I started placing down a bunch of furniture, and then from there, we had the collectibles, the UFO, and the cat. So, first things first. This is very similar to the 3D one. It's kind of just it's maybe more complex, but version of it, and it's also 2D. So first things first, we have our collectible, and it's all very similar to the collectible in 3D, but it's just like slightly different. And also, these are called like sprites, and not like prefabs. That's what I've noticed too. So what this thing does is basically it checks and sees the player's there. When the player collides with it, boom, it pops. So that's very similar. The only thing that is different is this rotation speed. Oh wait, never mind. Wait, is this the right thing? No, I knew it. Sorry, that's wrong. My bad. Okay, my bad. Okay, so what we did here actually in this version is we had these provided scripts that for just already made for 2D Essentials. So basically what I did is I would just drag them on and put them on these collectibles. What they do basically is they set the transform where it's 0. So they basically set like update for here. They set the X and the Y to 0, and they put Z as rotation speed for whatever reason. And it's very similar though, but it just like kind of 2Dified. So basically it checks to see if you collide with it, if you're a player when you collide with it, and then it destroys and instigates the particle effect. It's very similar, just like it's slightly different for 2D code. Alright, so moving on from here, we have the player controller. Again, this is a provided script for 2D, so I just applied it on. I did not code this, but it looks a lot more like complicated for than the 3D one. So basically, they create the speed, then they create a boolean that shows whether you can move diagonally or not. Create some private variables, so rigid body, vector, whether it's moving horizontally or not. I'm not gonna pretend like I know this super in depth, but basically this is what allows the player to move in any direction, move 2D, and I guess like not break or whatever, I don't know. But okay, moving on from there. So I just dragged these onto the UFO. I dragged the collectible onto these like little dirt specks and cheeses. And then from there, what I did is I had these little walls create a collider. So this is the border of the game, so it can't, I guess, like, how do I describe it? Like you can't leave the box there. And then you have these little furniture, which you also could collect. So I'm just gonna run the game. I feel like that'll explain better how it works. So, oh, I forgot to talk about the UI. Alright, I'll tell you in a second. So, you're on here, you click a collectible, boom, now it's at 23. And your goal is basically to collect all the collectibles. It can be kind of a challenge though, because as collecting collectibles, you're gonna naturally move furniture, and that furniture is then gonna get in your way. So then you have to move around it to get or push it out the way, or move around it to get your collectibles. So you're gonna go through it here, grab those, and then boom. But yeah, it's a little fun little game. Just running collectibles. Where's this last one here? Huh. I don't know where this last one is. I don't know, it's hiding somewhere. Alright, I'm not gonna waste too much time on it, but that's basically the game where you're running around collecting collectibles. It can be challenging at times because the furniture kind of gets in the way as you're going around. And then as you can tell, there's a UI thing there. So let me show you what that was about. So where is this? Oh, yeah, there it is. Rendering collectibles. Oh, yeah. So basically, like, what this thing is here is pretty interesting. Basically this was a prefab in here. So we got a prefab. So I go to essentials. Go to prefabs. Go to UI. And this was this remaining collectibles UI that was in here. And so from what I can understand of it, it's a special object called a canvas, which I guess like allows render mode screen space, allows stuff to be displayed on the screen. Has some UI scale mode and stuff. Anyways, and then there's the image inside the canvas. So this is what it displays, and that is collectibles remaining. And I haven't figured out how it gets the number of collectibles yet, but I assume they're connected in some way. And that's basically what it does. So it overlays on your screen. When you collect a collectible, it changes the number to go down. There's no special effect when you get all the collectibles. It just goes to 0, but that's when you win. Anyways, that is that's what this commit is. So we're gonna move on from here. Alright. So from here I did some more things to try, and then after this commit I'll show you what I got started with publishing essentials, and then we'll be done for today. So go here, pull this up, and I'll see you in a moment. Okay, so we're booting this up. Biggest thing you noticed here is that down here it looks a little different, but also we gotta find the room again. So there it is. Alright. So in more things to try here, first thing they suggested was making the level a little bit harder. So you can see I've blockaded up some collectibles. It looks a little weirder. Another thing, and I'm pretty sure they also suggested something else. Give me one moment. Oh, and yeah, they also ask you to change the color of the walls. So yeah, basically, just go here and change the color here. Just slide it around or whatever, and you can change the color of the wall. But I won't do that. No. Oh yeah, I also forgot to talk about this little cat thing here. This guy was cool. So, the way this guy worked is you go to sprites, and then you went to animated, and then there was a spreadsheet here. This was the cat. So basically, like we did is I'm pretty sure you went in here, and then you like dragged the cat on here. Then you went to sprite editor, and then you trimmed it. Press trim, and then like apply. Hold on, let's see it. Or was it slice? No, I'm pretty sure it was trim. I don't know. Hold on, give me a moment. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, first things first. What we did here is so we actually need to slice it. So slice it, slice, and then click apply here. Just have to read. So yeah, so yeah, we sliced it, and then we gotta pretty sure exit this now, and then from here we need to like, if I can figure this out. Wait, I'm not super sure. Hold on. Okay, my mistake. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, I figured it out. That was embarrassing. My bad. Okay, so from here, what you do is actually after basically like going into sprite editor, pressing slice, then apply. What you do is you press this little weird button here, this little like play button here. You go here, click all these, you drag them here. It says new animation. As you see, we have cat animation here. We'll just call this one, like, I don't know, B animation. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Anyways, so yeah, now we have this guy here. Oh, he has. Oh, I guess there's two of him for whatever reason. Alright, we'll just delete this guy here, because he doesn't matter. Alright. Anyways. So, then what we do here is, first things first, we go to his lair, we make it 10, so he shows up in front of everything else. And now, I'm pretty sure when we press play, after that, yep, they're both moving, they're both blinking. So yeah, basically, you go into these like sprite sheet here, we went to the sprite sheet here, we sliced it up, then we went into all these individual pieces, and then I dragged them into the hierarchy window, create an animation out of it. Now, yeah. Then from there, it's basically just an object. We added a collider to it, circle collider, and then rigid body, and that allows us to push it around and stuff. So yeah, that's what that did. And that's basically it for this commit. So yeah, let's move on to the last thing I did. Alright, finally, in 10-1. I actually forgot to just put the name for this one, but yeah, that's what I did. So, going to 10-1. Now, I don't remember if it might have not been 10-1. It's either 10-1 or 10-2, but, basically, this is the setup portfolio thing, and it's, pretty cool. And this is basically just like the wrap-up. We're putting the bottle on everything, and we're about to be done with like with the essentials. Basically, do this main character scene, and yeah, here it is. You have this little like select a scene area here, where hold on, let me move around here. Am I playing or something? Oh wait, one key moment. Whoops. Alright, wait, oops. Okay, I was in the game window. That was stupid of me. Anyways, okay, yeah. Basically, we have this little like scene here, where the idea is basically when you click on these buttons, they'll take you to the various scenes I've made. It has my name there, and but it looks kind of empty right now. So, after this, I had to set it up a little bit. So close that. We go into here. So it's actually 10-2 where I set it up. So let's click on here. Check out this commit here. And I'll see you in 2 seconds once this loads up. And we're loading up. And you can already see the scene looks much different. So this is, I set it up already. And basically I included like little objects and stuff from all the different scenes. So we have the block tower with the dudes here. We have the car with the golden apple on it. we have the bed. We just have a bed here for the bedroom. We have the stove, the cooking pot on it for the audio scene. We have the horse here, 'cause why not? And then we have the cat. I probably should include the ball here somewhere. I don't know. I'll do that later. And another thing I did here is I added the thing where when you click on one of these, it takes you to the scene. So that's the ball scene. Boom. That's nice. And another thing that I did is you go into a scene like kitchen, then you can press escape and go back. It didn't take you to any scene, so just this one. It's the living room. Oh right, and I also added a external portion to the living room. So basically, it's a little goofy. This is intentional. Basically, I added this other room, and I added a few things to the other room. So going out of that, if you want to see what I did in the living room, then basically what I did is I had this other room here that the door goes into, and I had a bunch of little silly stuff. So I added another car that works, that you control, however you don't control. Basically it's a mimic car, so it mimics exactly what you do. And but however, it has a different thing where it has a mass of 12,000, so basically your passive actions just kind of will destroy things. Another thing is there's these balls here I added, from there, just because why not? And they have differing masses, and they're probably the reason why the room is like an earthquake. And then there's a few other collectibles here, so you have to go in the room if you want to get all the collectibles. However, it's going to be a little difficult because it's like a shaking mess. So that's how this looks like. So you have to get in here, somehow try and get the collectibles with the rotating. A little bit challenging because there's an earthquake going on, but I'm sure you guys can do it. I can do it. See? I don't know. But yeah, that's something I found I did just because, I don't know, I thought it was cool and silly. It's quite difficult though. Ooh. And we'll see if we get this last ball here. Oh god. Okay. Well, see if you guys can do a better job than I did when I published this. But yeah, that's basically what I did for this scene. Basically, I set up the room, the portfolio looking room. It looks really cool. Then when you click on here, it'll take you to the scenes I have. And yeah, and honestly, I'll be wrapping up this Unity Essentials pretty soon. I got a lot of work done last week. Probably get done with the Publisher Essentials this week. And then move on to Junior Programming. And I'll make vlogs on that. And so, yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah, that is the end. Oh, almost the end. I gotta go to my GitHub, actually. So, see you 1 second. Alright, we're here. Alright, we're in my GitHub. Alright, so, I'm just gonna refresh real quick. But, yeah, has all the stuff. So, it's 2D Essentials, 3D Essentials, Audio Essentials, Editor Essentials, Programming Essentials, Programming Essentials, and Publishing. Like, it basically has everything you need. So, yeah, I have to show you the GitHub quickly, but everything's in order. There's nothing really weird about it, but so that we're good. Anyways, okay, so yeah, got to publish Essentials. So what I'm working on is we're gonna focus on publishing it. Then maybe I don't know if I'll add the bonus scene. I do kind of want to wrap this up. We'll see how it goes, and then I'll capture a video of it, share it, and then we'll move on to Junior Programming, and that'll be fun. The start of the series took a little longer. This all took longer just because of life and stuff. I have a few classes, but yeah, I'm gonna get this done, and then yeah, we'll move on. And yeah, so thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next vlog if you watch, that is, and bye.